also going to talk about this briefly, even though we've talked about it quite a bit, actually. But the whole Showtime Fox relationship, or lack thereof, with the PBC deals. Obviously, Tim Smith on the same podcast has some words about that, so we're going to listen to that.
Along the same lines, folks are asking, is the Showtime schedule going to pick up? There's a lot of talk on social media regarding that.
I think that's a question that's probably going to be left for Steven Espinosa. But yeah, I certainly hope so. I think there are, fights out there that they're going to broadcast that just haven't been announced yet that are going to excite the fans. We still have a couple of things on deck for that are supposed to happen this year. You have a couple of rematches that are on the books that hopefully we can get off the books this year. Hurd and J-Rock and Harrison and Charlo. We can hope to get those
two fights.
Hope to get those moving. So we'll see.
Again, two fights that were Fox fights, and Steven Espinosa has been on record saying, "Ask Steven Espinosa." Espinosa's on record saying, "I expect those to be Fox fights on the rematches, because that's decent. That's common courtesy in the business." So, just want to point that out.
And I think there's I think that Showtime will have some exciting boxing programming, to finish up the year strong. Again, that's something that you have to address with Steven Espinosa. He's in charge of the programming over there in terms of what they the fights that they determine that they want to buy or license.
So again, we get a confirmation that there is like a bidding process, and I'd say bidding process, but that Showtime has to buy the fights in terms of what they want to license out. So just interesting, Again, the answers haven't really been, we are committed to Showtime, we are committed to bringing great fights there. It's been, hey, ask Steven Espinosa. Hey, we got a lot of great fights planned this year, and then he lists fights that have been talked about exclusively with Fox, not Showtime. There's been zero reports of a Hurd Williams 2 Showtime event, anything of the sort. Leonard in the chat saying Showtime pay-per-view coming your way for December 14th. Wild Ortiz going to Fox. Leonard, I think you think the rumored doubleheader of Hurd Williams 2 and Charlo Harrison 2 is going to be a Showtime pay-per-view? Interesting. I don't think that comes together. I think there's no way they put those two fights on the same card. It just makes no sense, I'll be honest. And AOBZ saying PBC ending the Showtime relationship slowly. That I agree. I agree with most of what you said on the chat, but that I agree with. I think they are doing that. And it makes sense. Like, Fox is the bigger brand. They've had massive success on that platform, not only with just the overall TV viewership numbers, but the pay-per-view numbers have been off the charts, really, in terms of fighters that shouldn't be on pay-per-view. I think the Pacquiao-Thurman fight could have done more, but, other than that, they were all successful. And I don't think that was expected at all. I thought at least one of them was going to tank, and none of them tanked this year. But moving on,